Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Bear DeGidio, and we are back with another episode of the JAXXON Podcast, one of the fastest growing podcasts in the game, celebrating 1 year anniversary. We just hit almost 200,000 subs, so I want to say a big thank you to everybody out there. We just dropped a bunch of brand new chains on JAXXON.com, some of the best-selling chains, as you can see, from gold, silver. We have the #1 selling men's chain, Cuban Link, worn by a bunch of celebrities and athletes, OBJ, Ellie De La Cruz, Rampage Jackson, Luke Rockhold, you name it. This is a very special episode. This gentleman right here, this fighter right here, he just came off one of the best fights I've watched all year. A lot of people here at the JAXXON House have been talking about him, from Luke Rockhold, TJ Dillashaw, Cheeto Vera, Jason Perillo, one of the coaches. Rampage Jackson, I'm going to let you do the honors of doing the intro.
No, you do it. You good. He's good at the intro.
But you're great at the intros. I'm good, but you great.
Look at him. He look at his watch. He said, it's time for you to get this shit on the road.
Listen, guys, we got RoboCop in the house. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey,
That's how you do it.
Has any fan ever walked up to you and said, drop it?
He's the best, man. That's why I'm here for this podcast.
Do you see this guy? He's the funniest guy. Yeah,
I know.
He's the funniest guy.
Yeah.
Everybody says that about him. He's funny, very funny, you know? You're a very funny guy.
I'm a big fan, bro.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Big fan.
Me too, man. You're a great fighter, man.
Thank you, brother.
I love your style.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-fight win streak. Incredible performance, training hard. You're training out of where right now in Florida? Killcliff?
I'm Killcliff, yeah. I'm right down there with all the guys, Henry Hooft, Gilbert, my boy Gilbert, just, get ready for his next fight, September 7th. And Luki was here, right? Vicente.
Yeah.
Vicente, yeah, all those guys, the Brazilian Mafia there. Yeah.
That's a big squad of Brazilians in one gym.
Oh, yeah.
You guys all train together, all friends?
Yeah, all train together, yeah. The thing I love it there, it's like it's all the guys around the world come down from a lot of Russian guys, and that's what I love. I used to live in California before.
Okay.
I lived here for 2 years, and then 2021 I moved down there. Not for training. My church is in Brazil. They start churching there, and that's why I moved. And then, man, it's crazy because the church is right by close to Killcliff, and then I was trying to find a place to train in. That was the best place that changed my life, because that was before UFC, before everything, and changed the game. Was a game change for me.
Wow. What city was you living in California?
I live in Boca Raton.
Where the hell is that?
It's like it's
in Florida.
40 minutes from Miami.
No, I'm talking about when you lived here in California.
Right here. Yeah, I live in Torrance.
Oh, Torrance.
Yeah. Close to Torrance, Palos Verdes. Yeah.
Did you surf and stuff while you was out here?
No,
you didn't do that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I met you a long time ago.
Where?
Yeah. I think you was doing a physical therapy in a place I don't remember where.
In Orange County?
In Orange County, yeah.
Oh, you talking about Dr.
That was
Kessler's.
around, I think, 2012.
Oh my God, that's a long time. You was probably like a kid, 2012.
It was a long time ago.
Oh,
yeah. I saw you there. We met.
Yeah. Was I nice?
The green Lamborghini.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah,
was I nice to you?
Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, that mean that tells me about him, that he was nice. He had good energy when he came up.
Why is that?
Because sometimes when I meet people, I don't remember a lot, especially back in the day. And I asked like, oh, how was I? Was I nice to you, or was I standoffish, or was I quiet?
It was very nice.
Yeah, that tells me he was
I've
cool.
never actually seen, and all joking aside, I've never seen you mean to someone in public.
I have been. When sometimes people come up to me and they're rude, or their energy is off, or they're asshole, then you get a different reaction out of me.
It's interesting. Like growing up, did you watch a lot of UFC? Did you watch a lot of fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, sure. My father was a capoeira master. Capoeira is like, I don't know if you heard about it. That's art.
Yes.
It's a martial art. And my father was a master, and I was like 5 years old.
Wow.
He trying to introduce me and my friends to the fight world. And we watch a lot. My father has like the videos of all the like first UFCs, and my brothers and I were watching, and that was very long time. And I remember in Brazil, the Pride was a prime. when you was fighting there, and then there was like very late night, and my brother, my father, everybody wake up to watch a fight. That was a good time, but that was in my blood. Like since the beginning, since I remember, I'm fight. You know.
You do capoeira?
I did capoeira, and then with my 8 years old, my father put me in the jiu-jitsu gym. Sensei Henrique Machado, Jacare, Ronaldo Souza came from the same academy, and then there was the start. There, everything, you know, the door was open up because jiu-jitsu is everywhere, and I was just a kid from Manaus. Manaus is in Amazon, north in Brazil, is far from everything. But the jiu-jitsu started opening the door because I started traveling to competing in Rio de Janeiro, and then from the jiu-jitsu, I had the chance, the opportunity to come to the United States, and that everything started. But I started very, very young. But my father, my mom, everybody who know my parents put me and, investing in my brothers and I to keep in the path. But just me continue. All my brothers stop, and then I know I want to do it.
All right, do you know what capoeira is?
Yeah, so I did 2 capoeira classes with Fabricio Verdum's brother.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes, and in Venice Beach, near Santa Monica, Marina del Rey, they had a Verdum gym.
Okay.
And this was like 10 years ago, and I was doing Verdum's merch, and his brother invited me to go to a class. It's like it's like a flying, dancing martial art that it's like unique. Explain it. What is it really?
You know, the slavers back in the days, they didn't train. They can't training. They can like show they do some art, and then they started like do the capoeira as a dance, and the guys are so, oh, this black people is training or do something. No, they just dance, and they started that was the story I heard about it. But that's a martial arts, you know. You have all the kind of spin back kicks, and you have everything. This is a complete fight. Even the takedowns and grounding game, they have in a capoeira.
You know, I learned about capoeira when I was a kid, watching the movie Only the Strong. You ever heard of that movie? It's
the old one, yeah man. That was a good.
Banana way, banana. I love that movie.
The movie was good. Yeah, I remember.
Did you ever train it?
No, I never trained. I always wanted to learn capoeira because it looks dope.
Yeah, that was, and the movie that was the start. The capoeira start get famous.
That movie was really popular.
And a very good movie.
It was a very good movie. I still, if it comes on TV, I'll watch it again.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how good the movie is.
Is capoeira a martial art that you currently still have to train though to help you with UFC with your fights?
No, I stopped very early. But that helped me with the jiu-jitsu. If you see Cobrinha, Cobrinha is a capoeira for a long time, and the movement they help you, with the joint, with the flexibility and everything. So yeah, it's so nice. I stopped like, but when I start jiu-jitsu very serious, and then I focus on jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's interesting how many martial arts there are. Yeah. Like everybody has like we've been talking to Gary Goodrich, we talked to Frank Shamrock, we talked to Hoist Gracie, the icons, the new guys like yourself. Everybody has a martial art that got them into the game, and then they build off that. Like everybody came from something. Do you feel like now your strong base is jiu-jitsu?
My background is jiu-jitsu for sure. But with my 12 or 13 years old, I started training boxing, and then that one the art, I love it. And I trained a lot of boxing. And but the jiu-jitsu, that's where everything started. I was world champion, my purple belt. I didn't compete in my black because when I got the black belt, I was focusing in MMA, and you can't do both together. Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's very hard.
If you had to pick, like say you know how you're gonna win, and you had to pick, which way would you like to win, by knockout or submission?
Man, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard for you to choose.
I love knockouts. you know the feeling, man.
Yeah.
When and the guy just started in front of you. That's
the best. That's the best feeling,
the best feeling.
Yeah. Early on in my career, when I was like right after amateur, it was low pro. Like little small shows. I submitted a few people, but it wasn't the same when I got my first knockout.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. That my career started like that. I submit people. If you see in my, I think 5 or 6 fights, submission, And then when I start knocking people out, they say, man,
Yeah.
I'm in love with it.
You can't explain it though, huh?
You can't explain. You know that what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's a different feeling, bro.
He has no idea.
I have no clue.
He's never knocked anybody out.
You never knock everybody out?
Never.
Nobody?
Really?
Who have you knocked out?
Really?
Who have you knocked out?
Now you want to talk about this?
He ain't knocked nobody out. He got
Really?
footage. He got footage on his phone of him sparring people.
Really, Rampage?
Who have you knocked out?
Rampage, really?
Yeah.
In front of our guest, RoboCop, the guy I was so excited to talk to?
Yeah.
Really?
Who have you knocked out?
Really, Rampage?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You guys know each other,
Yeah,
so
he hasn't knocked nobody out. So
Nobody?
he don't know.
he
what
need
we
that
feel.
feeling, man.
He need the feeling.
You need to put him in that feeling.
We need to
Really?
find. We need to
You
find
need to
somebody.
find
for you to-
somebody.
Yeah, we need.
Really, Rampage? Right now you want to do this?
Yeah,
In front of him?
in front of the guy. RoboCop.
I'm so sorry about him.
I don't know, man.
You have a
But
long history.
you look like a guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
I
look-
look like a guy who can fight?
Danger, yeah.
Thank you. I look like danger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I knew I love you.
Those guys that are dangerous because they can't fight. They
you
shoot.
can look like, but if you really like,
Those are dangerous
I'm
guys.
never going to win with you, huh?
No.
This guy's shaped like a Twizzler and he's mad at me. So listen, do you have a lot of what, dude? What do you want from me? What? I can say one thing.
Come on, we got to guess here. Be professional.
You know the red vine, the licorice you get at the movie theater? That's what he looked like. You know the candy? Happy Halloween. So do you have a lot of history with like Vitor Belfort, Gilbert Burns, Alex
yeah.
Pierre? What's the history with all these guys? Let's go one
Yeah.
at a time. Vitor Belfort.
yeah, Vitor was, I did a camp with him. He invited me when I was in Brazil. I was living in Rio de Janeiro, and then he invited me to help him in one of his fights. He fought against Gigar Musasi. That was in 2016. And I spent 2 months there with him. That was amazing. And I remember I would try to get married, but I had no money, man. In Brazil, no fights and nothing. And the opportunity coming up, he invited me. I make the money, and then I came back to Brazil. I got married. That was amazing. I can, forget that. That was so good at the time. But Vitor was, and now when I moved to Florida, and we go in the same church together. He go in the church with us, and now he helped me. Vitor, man, he's a legend. He's a goat, and I like it to hear him, to talk with him, and hear everything his story, the way he did right and the way he did wrong. And I like it. I love it to learn. If I had the opportunity to talk with that guy right here, I love it to hear the stories, because they did it the way. The guys opened the way for us. So Vitor was a guy like that for me, and I love him. My boy, my good friend. And Gilbert, when I started training, he's not many Brazilians at the gym, and he was there. I think I started like a little bit after when he fought for the belt against Camaro, and it was very hard for him. But and then we get close, when he get back to the gym, we get very close, and we help each other a lot. He go in the church as well, and those guys, man, is very good for me, because he's in the journey for a long time. The journey I'm just started. So yeah, I love it to have Dan, by my side, and we help each other, even in the training and outside the gym. So I can say we like a family now.
This is something that a lot of MMA fans may or may not know. Vitor is one of the longest reigning pioneers of our sport.
Oh yeah.
He fought for a long time, because he started young. But when he started, he's one of the original pioneers. People like to think that I'm not. I'm the second wave. I came after UFC 20 when they changed the rules and stuff. I didn't fight until like maybe 6 months or a year maybe after UFC 20.
How was the year you started?
I started like 2000.
2000. Well,
yeah.
I think he was 96, man.
Yeah. Because he's one of he fought for a long time.
Long time.
So he lasted the longest out of any other pioneer that I know of.
Yeah.
The other pioneers, they didn't fight that long.
Yeah. And he was in the prime. He was in the pick for a long time, man.
Yeah, he fought in the UFC back when they used to allow shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
different time.
I think even on the dates, like as a kid, how you're saying he was like one of the youngest UFC winners at the time before Raul versus Jr.
Yeah.
Like Vitor was winning as a young kid, you know?
Yeah, he was like, what, 17, 18 when he...
I think 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, you're 32.
Man, I'm 32. Yeah. I'm getting old.
Almost 33, huh?
No, next year.
Next year? Oh, you just turned 32?
I turned 32 in February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Young.
How did you meet Alex Pereira?
Oh, Alex, we had the same manager.
Oh, wow.
But I met him here in California when he came to help Anderson Silva. And then he went, I was training at Black House, and he went there, and that was the first time I met him. And of course, I heard about him from Glory, you know. But and then last year was last year. Yeah, he invited me to go. He's in Danbury, Connecticut, to train with him. I spent there 2 weeks. It was amazing with him and Glover. Those guys was a good time. He's a very nice guy, man. Very nice guy.
Did you ever train with Glover?
No, Glover, I think he did nose surgery in there on the time, and then he didn't train. He just was like, it was like as a coach.
A lot of fight analysts say that Christian was like one of the most hyped athletes at 185 going into the last fight. And you obviously walked in there with a ton of confidence on your feet, on the ground. What made you think this last fight you knew you could beat him?
Oh, man. Yeah, like you said, man, like I knew he was a tough guy, but I know who I am. You know, I know I'm in the journey for a long time. I know all the challenge I already facing. And they said, man, this kid, he's just new. I know you can see, you can wait, but he's gonna have a good time in the UFC. But I said, man, that's not at my level. I believe Rampage right here, he can say that. But in the UFC, they had levels, man. You know, you can see like literally, but you inside, you see that like, and they said, man, this guy is not on my level right now. I can fight for the rank. I can fight for the belt. I trained with all those guys already. So, but that's the guy they offer me. I'm gonna show that. And then I said, man, he's just he's a very dangerous guy. But I say, I'm gonna put everything in this fight, and then I'm gonna show the world what a RoboCop can do. So, you know, I took him down. I was like, if you see the fight when the fight's over, I was kind of sad because I want to finish the fight, you know. But sometimes it's not going that way. But I think it showed that, you know, around the guy, go striking. He became a grappler when I started landing my hand on him. He came and grabbed on me. And I said, what this guy doing, man? Let's gonna fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was a good fight for me. That taught me a lot. But like I said, man, that level's in the UFC, and I'm in the different level, man. I'm waiting for my time to fight for the rank. And then Borrachinha was here, right? Paulo Costa. Yeah. You have his number. You can call him now. We can fight here because he needs to sign. Yeah, I wanna fight him, man.
Paulo Costa.
Yeah,
Paulo Costa was
Do you know what
on the pod. We said this guy called you out, Paulo Costa. I asked,
but
Paulo Costa.
Do you saw his answer? Like, I have I'm not the guys to fight, but I fight him. So if he said he fight me, let's gonna fight, brother.
Why you want to fight Paulo Costa?
Why I'm gonna fight him? Because he's the challenge. He's in front of me. I wanna get his spot. He was there for a long time. He get his chance, but now it's my chance. It's my turn. And I bring the eraser here. You see, that's a RoboCop's neck, right? Look at that. Yeah, that's a RoboCop's neck. Erase the little eraser. That's your nickname. So I want you, Paulo Costa. Let's gonna fight, bro.
You be eating erasers?
Yeah.
This is a real eraser. Paulo Costa's nickname is the Eraser.
Yeah. That's the RoboCop.
Hello, Rampage.
That's RoboCop's neck, but that tastes bad, man.
He ate the whole thing and swallowed it.
But I wanted you. I wanted you, Paulo Costa. Let's go. Let's gonna make that happen, bro.
This is a JAXXON podcast exclusive, and this is a first. RoboCop brought an eraser here and said, Paulo Costa, let's come get some.
And he ate it.
And he ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's not worried about anything.
No, you're gonna regret that on the way out, though.
Let's go.
You're gonna regret that when it comes out.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
He don't care.
How upset were you that when I get?
So look at that. I'm gonna give him the chance again to fight for the belt. I'm in your chance. I'm gonna give you the opportunity. If you wanna fight for the belt again, I'm in your opportunity. You need to fight me first. Let's go. You know, but I mean, that's good because we was talking about Vitor Belfort. When he fought Anderson Silva in Brazil was huge. They changed the game in Brazil. And that fight, you, Paulo Costa, is gonna change the game again. Let's go, brother. I want you. Yeah.
You want him?
That's why I came in Jackson, because I saw you here. That's why I came. I'm chasing you, bro. Yeah, let's gonna make that happen.
You want him in Brazil, your next fight?
Doesn't matter. That's gonna be here in Jackson
It's
podcast.
gonna be right here in the Jackson podcast room. He said it's on site. He asked me to call Paulo Costa and say, can you have Paulo Costa waiting outside the podcast room watching me do the podcast? Because I want him to understand when I say I want to fight him that I don't move.
Cleonche. You Cleonche.
What's that mean?
You a traitor.
Why? No, I'm saying what he said. I love Paulo Costa.
No,
Paulo
I like
Costa is
it.
one of my favorite guys.
Do you agree with me?
How
That's gonna be that's gonna be a big fight. Man.
Time out, Cleoche. Listen to me.
Cleoche.
First of
Man,
all,
hey, I never
love
did
Paulo
that.
Costa.
I never did that.
I love Paulo
It's
Costa.
my first time I did,
This
and
is
I
his
did
first
it
time.
here.
And he did it here on the Jackson podcast. I was messaging him for weeks. I need you on the podcast. I need you on the podcast because he had a good fight. I had no idea he was going to do this.
You knew he was going to do this.
No, I didn't. But I messaged him the Paulo Costa video. I DM'd it to him. I said, "Why don't you come on the podcast
You a shit
now?"
so you turning your back on
Paulo Costa is one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Hey, come on, Rampage. You need to be with me, man. Let's go.
Rampage, stop being
big
such a
fight.
pussy.
I'm neutral. No, I'm neutral.
Don't be a pussy, Rampage.
I respect
Hey,
all.
You gonna fire me up?
I respect.
That's gonna be good for the Jacksons, man. Jackson podcast.
The Jacksons.
Hey,
Jacksons.
I respect all fighters.
Listen.
We all comrades.
I love you, Rampage, but this is facts. I love Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa knows what's going on. He came on here. I said, hey, I just read this tweet. RoboCop called you out. Paulo Costa said, hey, it is what it is. Paulo Costa wants the champion. RoboCop's behind Paulo Costa. RoboCop says, you want to come get some? Come get some. Brought an eraser, ate the eraser, did not care. He ate it like beef jerky. The guy doesn't care.
Hey,
It's like,
Jana, Mick, I want my snack. I want a Paulo Costa, man. Make that happen. Let's go.
Wow.
Hunter, UFC. RoboCop wants Paulo Costa and he wants him now. Look at this. He ate this thing like alien beef jerky on the way to Vegas. Didn't even flinch. This guy's mutant. He's half Wolverine, half RoboCop.
What's the nastiest thing you ever ate before that eraser? All right.
Oh my God.
Have you ever?
That was the bad one.
That's the worst thing.
That was the worst one.
Are you a picky eater?
Look at what it did. Look at what it did at Megan, man. Look at what I made it.
Paulo Costa, what are you doing
Come
to
on.
this man? You're making this man eat erasers.
Yeah.
Answer this man.
Let's go.
Jesus. Hey, but Paulo Costa is no one to be played with. He's a beast.
I know. That's why I want to fight him.
Okay. I'm
I
just
know
making
that's
sure
going
you
to
know
be
this.
a big fight.
This ain't a cakewalk. That boy will go for days.
He is.
Okay.
He is. Yeah. That's going to be huge, man.
And he's going back to the old Paulo Costa. You
Yeah.
remember what he said? I'm turning back to the old Paulo Costa. Swinging out the fences. Coming for blood.
Yep.
We might be setting up the hottest fight of the year right here on the Jackson podcast. What do you think?
It'll be a good fight. Great fight.
This is incredible.
Incredible. Yeah.
Do you see what's going on here?
I'll tune in and watch.
That's
for
going to
sure.
be an exciting fight.
Yeah, I'll buy the pay-per-view.
I've been bugging this guy since I DM'd him the video of Paulo Costa to come on the podcast. He said, you know what, I'm in. Flew out here the next day.
Hey.
You're a good dude, by the way. Thanks for coming.
They offered me a fight. The UFC offered me a fight. I say yes, and the guy said no. Because I know the fight they need to make is Gregory Rodrigues, Gregory RoboCop, and Paulo de Erase Costa. That's the fight. They offer me Ikram. I can say that here. Ikram Aliskarov. But he said no. He don't want the smoke. But I think Paulo is the guy who can get the challenge. Well, let's go.
Wow.
This is incredible.
Well, I still want to know about his eating habits. This motherfucker eating erasers.
I'm coming. I'm flying. I'm traveling, man. 5 hours from Florida to here. I came straight from the airport.
Yeah.
I didn't get my lunch.
You didn't eat on the airplane?
I'm so hungry, man.
Yeah. I hate airplane food.
I hate.
So this is Paulo Costa. So this was a snack or a main course? This was a big deal or?
No, this is just a snack. This is just a snack.
This is crazy. We need Paulo Costa here.
I have just one man plate in my menu. It's called Paulo Costa. This is just his neck. Yes. I don't have nobody else. That's the only one. That's the only fight I want.
What did this guy do to you?
Yeah, what did
He
he do?
did nothing for me, man. But he did. He's in this spot. He don't deserve it.
So it's not personal. What you're saying?
It's not personal. I respect him. I know he did a great job in the UFC. He did his way. He fought for the belt, but he got his chance. And then now he's there, take the spot, and
Bro, he's locked in. I'm even trying to change the subject.
I'm trying to change the subject.
No,
this
he's
is
locked
crazy.
in.
You want to try?
Yeah.
You want to try Paulo Costa?
I have a new one for you.
No.
That's my snacks.
No.
Oh my God, he has more. Oh my God.
bring
Oh my God.
I'm bringing more.
This guy's ready for war. He literally. Oh my God, these are real racers.
Yeah, and he's eating Japanese erasers at that.
Oh, these are premium. These are premium.
Yeah, these are Japanese, and it said not edible. Right there in Japanese.
Right.
I read Japanese.
Really?
It says not edible in Japanese. That means you cannot eat this.
You cannot eat this.
Yeah?
Nihongo henasiru.
But I did.
Wakarimasen, Nihongo.
Nihongo.
Nihongo henasiru.
Nihongo.
You need to teach me that.
Yeah, God, I used to fight in Japan.
He said, "Do not eat Paulo Costa.
It said, I'm finna read it right now. It said, by no means should you ever eat this shit or you're gonna have a hard time on the toilet.
Do you understand this?
Yeah.
When you blow out, it ain't gonna come out.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a hard time, man.
He said he'll give
Paulo's
you
gonna get a hard time.
You're not scared at all of this guy. You're not worried about
at him.
him.
He's scared of
Nothing. Nothing.
Why am I gonna scare a man?
I don't know, but
I don't scare nobody,
You
bro.
want war.
Yeah. I wanna fight, man. I know I wanna be champion, bro. I wanna be champion. And I know he's a guy who can put me in their spot. He can put me there.
This is crazy. I love this.
And I want that. That's what I want. That's not what I need. That's what I want.
Are you more upset because the way Paula dismissed the call out on the podcast? Like Paulo Costa said, when I asked him and he's like, it's okay. Does that upset you a little bit?
Yeah, that's why I came. He was one more. I came because I liked the JAXXON podcast, but he was one more of the reasons I came.
Yeah.
But he answered good. He didn't disrespect me. I don't want to beef in him.
Yeah.
I respect that, but I want to shake him. I want to take him, out the place.
How you see that fight going if you and him fight?
Man, like you said, old Paulo Costa is gonna be a war. But if the guy just show up in his last, man, in my last 5 fights, I won 4. In his last 5 fights, he lost 4. He lost 4 times. He won 1 time. So if that guy show up, I'm gonna, smoke him.
Wow.
That fight's not gonna beat the distance for sure.
So you want a knockout?
Did you just hear him earlier? He was sad.
Knockout or submission, but I hope he show up. He's old Paulo Costa. I'm gonna be ready for that.
You remember he said he was sad that he didn't finish his guy off?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing with Barrett. Barrett gets mad when he don't finish his guys
I want
off.
my guys
You felt
down.
that, right?
Yeah, I want my guys down. I want to take them down.
How many guys have you finished off?
I wish I could finish them off. I don't have the power. I got it. Stop. Why? What can I do? We're talking about sparring on Friday.
I think he felt like me every time. He very sad because he didn't finish. You know that feeling.
Yeah,
when you not finish the guy.
Yeah, you know the feeling, don't you, Barry?
Or you know the feeling of when you finish it. You know the both feelings?
I know both feelings. I've been sparring a lot here at the JAXXON. It's hard. One thing everybody says is, in terms of going the distance, you prove that you have great cardio. Okay.
Yeah.
You can go rounds, right? You're not just big, full muscle. Luke Rockhold was talking about you and him sparred a little bit, and that you're a strong dude. And Luke is one of the best to ever do it.
I love Luke, man.
Amazing grappling. Yeah. I want to know about the sparring session you had with Luke.
Yeah, he's an amazing turning partner. We did a lot of good rounds. I think we trained him when he fought Paulo.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I think at the time he was there
At Killcliff?
At Killcliff, yeah. We sparred a couple times. One of the best left kicks I ever felt.
Really?
Yeah, he left kick is
it powerful?
it's very powerful and fast. You know, he know the spot he can kick. But we did a good rounds. Yeah, grappling. We did jiu-jitsu together. Yeah, man, he's a very nice. For sure, I will call him to help me.
Wow.
If we find the fight against Paulo.
We'll do the fight camp at Jackson House. I'll pay for the whole thing. We'll have Luke in there. I would love to see Luke at a fight camp. What? What does that mean? What are you saying? What's he saying?
Creonte is the word they created. I don't know when, but if you're training in the gym, jiu-jitsu right here, you can train in the different gyms. You can do it there.
No, Paulo will train in the front. He'll train in the back.
If you have your guys and then you go for another guy, you are Creonte. You betray.
So, Rampage, we can't have him and Paulo here.
It's a betrayal.
Yeah. Rampage, you can't have him do training camp here.
No, you
can't do that,
You're a traitor, man.
Rampage, you can't do that.
You know what you know what I'm saying? Because all the stuff he talk to Paulo when the camera's off and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever you need, this, that, whatever. Now he wants to train you to beat his ass.
I do it to everybody. I want everybody to have a good camp.
But he's right. He
want
go to the
everybody to have
right
fun.
side, man. He go to the right side.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. This guy is smart. He is a smart guy.
He'll jump ship though.
He want to win.
Do you think I would jump
Why
ship?
he gonna be with the Paulo?
No, I like Paulo.
You want to
like
win,
Paulo.
man.
I want to win, but I like Paulo.
I understand you're a good guy.
Yeah, you're a good
now
guy.
I met you. I'm a fan of you before. Now I met you, and you're a great guy. You know, I like you.
Thank you,
But this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we met Paulo first, and it's just the stuff that he say. Like, yeah, Paulo, he's great, whatever you need, blah, blah, blah. and then Luke, he throw Luke under the bus.
No, I never throw Luke under. Luke is a co-host.
Yeah. Okay. We got to go back and look at the footage.
We'll look at the footage. We have footage of you and Luke together too. So basically, we have a lot of intel, and Luke said when he was training for the fight and you were training with him in Florida, that you were one of the best training partners he ever had as well, because you got a lot of power.
Yeah.
So when Paulo was on the podcast, I just told him, I said, Paulo, you're one of the best to ever do it, but RoboCop's got a lot of power. How are you going to handle that?
No, he was talking shit about RoboCop.
No.
Fanny, pull up the footage.
He watched the whole podcast. He wouldn't show up. I talked,
they edit stuff out. I think you should go to the ring and show him.
I trust in you, bro. He did.
Yeah, he talked shit about RoboCop, bro. I think you should. I think after
you're
this,
out your mind.
Yeah. Why you want to back up now?
You're out your mind.
Are you scared of RoboCop?
No,
Okay. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to knock someone out when we finish the podcast and
Who?
Me.
Look at him. He just shit himself. Check his drawers. Check his drawers.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Why not? Let's go.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just gonna punch in your body. I'm not gonna punch
how
in your
much
head.
do you weigh?
I told you.
Yeah. We already went over this. Don't be trying to backtrack now.
You don't need the scale, man.
Look at him. You scared, bro.
Last time I trained with Joaquin Buckley, he broke my ribs.
Yeah.
2 ribs. So maybe I'm hurting today. So maybe I won't be able to today. We'll see. We'll have to. Maybe Rampage, you could do 1 round. I do 1 round like that.
I'm a heavyweight. I'm too big for him.
Yeah, me too. I might be too big.
No, we're the same division probably.
Okay, maybe.
We are around there, but he's
I'm too big.
too big.
Maybe we figure it out after. Next time. What is it like? Because a lot of people saw Luke Rockhold at CGI. He was hurt. He had a bad back. He couldn't really compete at the $1 million event. Nicky Rod won.
Some guy blew Luke's back out before the competition.
Yeah, Luke got his back blown out. So
really?
So he wasn't really able to compete.
He lost for
first round, Pat Downey.
Oh yeah, Pat. Yeah.
What is Luke's jiu-jitsu like in real life? Because you train with him in Florida.
He's a real black belt, man. Yeah.
Oh, really?
The first time I saw him, I was in the world, competing world. We compete in the same division, but he was in the other side of the bracket. Yeah, that's the first time I saw him. He's very good with gi.
Luke, I think
we
was a gi too?
We was like I think a brown belt, something like that. Yeah, but he's real jiu-jitsu. You
rode with Luke before too? When you
trained? We did no-gi and Killcliff. Yeah, he's very good, man. He had the submissions, you know. He like good triangles. Yeah.
So he was good training, like for you.
Very
like
good.
If you were actually gonna fight Paulo
and very good takedowns he had too.
Really?
Yeah.
And so in all seriousness, if you were gonna fight Paulo Costa, we're not picking sides. Would Luke be someone that's important to have in your training camp? Really? Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
How's his cardio?
Oh,
Luke's.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Wow.
Do Luke and Paulo, do
I
they
like
get
it.
along?
I like it, Luca.
I think Luke and Paulo fight over who's the better looking dude in the UFC. So because of that, like who's a model?
Okay.
Because they both are like models. So I think Luke gets upset that a lot of people in the UFC think Paulo Costa is the best looking dude in the UFC, and not Luke. But I said, Luke, it's because you're not in the UFC. You're in karate combat right now. So you're not even in the rankings. So it's kind of hard. But then he takes it personally. You've seen him.
If he was in the UFC, probably he gonna get there.
Over Paulo Costa?
Yeah.
What was it
He's
like?
a handsome guy, man.
Who, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, on some
Looking
days.
good.
He's got to get sleep, though, and then he'll look better. What about cornering Vitor Belfort? Did that give you a lot of experience in terms of what UFC is like at the highest level now that we see you competing there?
Do you know what's crazy? He fought in the UFC. I fought 302, right? My UFC was
Yeah. Vinny, was it 301 or 302?
302?
304.
304. Yeah. And he fought in 204. And that was
wow.
in Manchester. I was
Wow.
cornering him there. The same
So
place.
you cornered
I cornered him in
Belfort.
2016 in Manchester in the UFC 204. And I go there. I went there this year, UFC 304 in Manchester. That was crazy.
And he corners you.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But he was
your
helped
training
me in the
camp.
training
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was very nice. You know, like because he brought me there and they felt that experience when he was with him. That was crazy because it was the first time I was in the cornering someone in the UFC and then cornering Vitor Belfort, man.
Yeah.
That was big for me, you know. But yeah, man, that was amazing. The training, and there I met Rashad when I was training with Vitor. I met Rashad, and Rashad started helping me so much. Man, that guy, he helped me, support me when I was in Brazil. You know, helped me with money, with everything.
Rashad
Yeah,
Evans?
Rashad was a guy like, yeah. My first fight in the US, he got me a fight in the Roy Jones Jr. show in Pensacola, and he got me a fight there. He was like support me and invest in me. Yeah, man, Rashad is my guy. He's my guy. Yeah.
Was that at Black Zillions or Black?
No,
where was that?
that Black Zino was over already when I was with Vitor, and then I met Vitor did his camp in his own gym, and Tyrone Spong was there, and Tyrone and Rashad was very close friends.
I can't stand neither one of them motherfuckers.
You don't like Rashad? I thought you guys are cool now.
No, he okay sometimes, but Tyrone
That's
Spong,
why I'm talking about him because I know you don't like him.
Tyrone Spong, I don't like Tyrone Spong.
You don't like Tyrone?
No,
Why
fuck
not?
him.
Why not, man?
Because one time he called me out, but he did it like real disrespectful. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
really?
Yeah, years ago.
How?
He was just real disrespectful about
What
it.
do you
Better
say?
try again, man. He's a very nice guy.
I met him years before that, and I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
He would call me like, if you want to call me out, just call me out, bro.
What did he say about you?
I can't remember verbatim. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
great
like
word choice.
Yeah, but he was like very disrespectful about it. And so after that, I didn't like him no more.
You didn't like the way he rubbed you?
I didn't like the way he called me out.
Okay. But he's changed. He's a very nice.
He's a changed man.
He's a super nice guy.
At what point in your fighting career, Rampage? I know you're not retired, but are you gonna just let it all go?
You know what? I'm probably going to retire officially soon if the contract's not right, because you know Rashad and I trying to box each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if
It's
they
gonna
don't,
be good.
yeah. But if I don't get people to stick by the word and do the contract right, then I'll probably officially retire. I just wanted to box at least one time before I retire.
Yeah. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling
That'd
me
be good.
right now if you don't get the fight with Rashad Evans in a boxing fight, you're gonna officially retire?
I think about it.
When was your last fight?
4 years ago.
Okay. But after that, you
I haven't fought since.
So the rumors about you maybe doing a rematch with Fedor, the rumors about you maybe doing a boxing exhibition with Mike Tyson, none of these are gonna,
That's none. That's
none of
stuff,
this?
That's stuff you making up right now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I heard
no.
you might do an exhibition in the UK. I heard you might go to Dubai.
No,
No?
none. I haven't heard it.
Wow.
I want to see you.
I want to see you and Rashad Evans one
Big
more.
Chan.
Yeah, I want to
One more time.
I wanna do
We all
one.
need it.
I want to do one more, but what I will do is I keep doing those pro wrestling stuff with Josh Barnett.
Oh wow.
I can. One of the
It's
guys.
called Bloodsport.
Yeah,
The cat wrestling.
yeah. It's like pro wrestling, Japanese style pro wrestling.
Oh, okay.
It was called Blood Sport Bushido. Josh Barnett's Blood Sport. Yeah, that was fun. And one of the
great.
guys was like, he said he was like almost 60.
Wow. Yeah,
So
you did phenomenal.
Yeah, so I can keep doing that for a long time. It's something that helped me get back in shape. So I keep doing fun stuff like that.
But you're still training?
Yeah, I still train. I just haven't trained like recently because I had like a little minor surgery.
Oh, okay.
I had like a
It's a staff?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
staff?
It was like a little fatty tissue in my bicep.
Okay.
It had like a big bump. My bicep had a bicep.
Yeah, clitoris cut out of his arm, right? That's what you call it?
Yeah, I called it a clitoris because I used to play with it like this. He's never seen a clitoris, so he believed me.
I don't have any of them.
You never seen a clitoris, have you?
Never.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any of that nonsense.
I saw your photo. I think you as a kid and you right now. It's big change, man.
It's been a long.
You was
journey.
like a fat kid. No. I'm just asking.
I said it was a great journey. He goes, "What are you, a fat kid?" What?
No, man.
I'm overweight.
It's good, you know.
I was chubby.
Overweight.
I was chubby.
A little chubby, right?
He looked like one of those fat kids in one of those fat camps.
No, but
I was a wrestler in the singlet. And then TJ Dillashaw texted me. He said, "You look really dangerous." John Jones, bro. He gave me the salute because I'm in the singlet. No, wrestlers, we're different. We come from a different class of breed. You know, we're cut different.
I guarantee you, he quit after that picture. I bet he didn't have a whole wrestling season. I guarantee you, he got the singlet.
Never
went out
been
there.
pinned in my life. I'm undefeated in high school.
I guarantee you, he quit right after.
I was undefeated in high school. Never been pinned.
Till when you was.
How many wrestling matches did you have? Be honest, honestly, hour right now, no cap.
I just took the photo. I just took the photo and quit. Here's what happened. I just real fast. They said, "Go put the singlet on. We're doing the photos." And I said, "When's camp start?" They said, "Camp starts next week, but we do the photos at the beginning." I said, "All right, cool." It was the coach's way of making sure people stay in shape. They did the photos at the beginning of the year, not the end.
Okay.
Then the first day of practice, he goes, "We're gonna do like a 6-mile run." I'm like, 6-mile run? And I hit like maybe 2 miles. I called my dad to pick me up. And I never went back.
I believe that story.
And they teased me for years. I said, "Why? It wasn't meant. I wasn't meant for all that." Yeah. And then I went.
But
to
they
In-N-Out,
call you
home.
to wrestle, not for run.
I was insane on the mats, but I couldn't do cardio.
Okay.
And then I couldn't fit in a singlet, so they were upset because they had to go get another one to fit me. It was a whole ordeal.
You know, fat kids don't like to run.
No, I don't like. At the time, I didn't like to run. I wasn't like RoboCop. You're built different. What do you do for training? You lift weights?
I do a little bit, not much.
No. Stretching.
Yeah, that was crazy because I never lifted too much, but I was training a lot. Jiu-jitsu, man. I can't remember a day I was in the gym training.
Even today, you do 7 days a week?
No, now like after fight, I take a little break because I, take care of some injuries. But things like as a kid, I trained like every day, man. That was insane.
That's good.
My father and my mom, like, when I was talking about like working or something like that, no, man, he was so mad. You just need to train. You're not gonna work.
Really?
Your work is training, is study. That's it. Yeah.
Wow, what a good dad, huh?
Very
He
good,
just
man.
wanted you to train and study, not worry about anything else, because he knew you could be the best.
Yeah, man. There was a visionary, bro. Because it was a pure, in the time is not everybody like you don't see like athletes, but my father and my mom like there was he gave literally everything he had, for me to be what I am today. I lost my dad in 2015.
Oh, sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah, but man, like I'm so honored and I'm so blessed, and always I thank God to have the parent I had in my life, my mom and my father, because I had like friends, they die, for shooting or drugs and all, just me. Mm-hmm. All my generation, only me, like did something for life change. And I'm so grateful for that, bro. Yeah, the sport and my father, there was a visionary. No money, was poor. No money, nothing, just no go training. And then my sensei, Enrique, he had like we didn't pay to training. We just write a letter and hey, I'm a boy from, and then give it to him. That's what like a project, for pure kids to training. And he put me in the project, and I started training, and I started, everything. But yeah, man, I'm so grateful for that.
Your father would probably be very proud of you with how you carry yourself, how you perform, the work ethic. Definitely with the way you carry yourself, this incredible fight skill that you have right now. And it comes from having a good background,
Yeah, I appreciate
the biggest blessing is having parents and a family that cares about you.
Yeah.
But if your father was here, he would say, son, don't eat no more erasers.
That was just one time.
Yeah.
Because,
you ever eaten an eraser?
No.
But what do you eat? That's crazy.
When he wasn't like school, never.
You know, when I was a kid.
Sorry.
Yeah.
When I was in kindergarten, I used to put the glue on my hand and put it off and eat it. When I was in kindergarten. Come on, we all eating glue and paste and stuff as a kid.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
That was my first time I ate that.
Okay.
First and last time, but he brought an extra in case he got hungry. So we've seen the evolution of gyms, King's MMA, Blacks, Killcliff. What's like the best gym you've been at, you think, and why?
Man, I can't say the one is the best because all the gyms I spent a time, it was great for me. I trained with Master Rafael Cordeiro at King's. It was amazing. That was right after my loss in Contender Series, before I moved to Florida, and I went there to training. He supported me and he like put the fire in me again. So now at Killcliff, that's what I said. Like the good things there is the opportunity to change with different people. I have so many guys training. Like in my division in the UFC, we have Brandon Allen there. We have GM3 there. We have like so many guys with a lot of experience in the big shows. So that's one of the best for me right now. But all the academies, the coach past in my life was amazing for me.
You're not worried about training with these guys and possibly having to fight them down the line?
Man, me and Brandon, we was talking about that. If it's for the gold, for the belt, without a doubt, we're gonna fight. It's the best for our families, and we was talking about that. But I think you have so many guys to fight before fight, my friends. But that can happen.
Yeah.
How does that work though? Like if you train at a camp and a camp has multiple fighters, or a gym has multiple fighters in the same weight class, eventually you have to fight each other, right?
Sometimes it depends on if both keeps winning. And it depends on.
I mean, we see the issue though, like Aljo and Marab, right? That was a big issue for a while.
Yeah.
So how does it work at Killcliff?
Like we have a same thing with Gilbert and Vicente Luque. The UFC was trying to make that fight, but they said, "No, we're not gonna fight," because it's much more than training partners. It's the family, the sons, and it's different. But like the guys I train with, I will try to make their fight happen. But like I said, both going from the top in the top, like it's gonna be hard to to say no. But I think it's a little far away.
Yeah,
me to fight Brandon. I think he's in his prime. He's in his chance. He's gonna do a big fight against Imavov, close, maybe fight for the belt. He's right there. I'm just doing my things and get my spot.
One time, somebody asked Mike Tyson the same thing. I never will forget this. I think I can't remember if I was a fighter already when I saw this interview, but somebody asked Mike Tyson about fighting his friends. He was like, "I wouldn't be his friend if I turned down the fight, because this is good money for both of us."
Yeah.
So he spent it into a positive thing, and I've always thought about that throughout my career.
But man,
one exception:
we
boxers make $50 million a fight.
Yeah.
But
Adrian Broner said that on the podcast. Remember?
I don't remember what Adrian Broner said.
But if you think we fight each other every day, man.
Yeah.
We're sparring hard every day. We want to take the head out of it, if we can.
Yeah.
We fight already. And then we're gonna fight for the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But for sure, like right now, I'll fight your friend. No. I say, no, so many guys I will fight right now for fight. But But there for a belt, for a big money, maybe it's different.
Yeah.
You know.
In terms of a gym,
you,
because
brother.
Killcliff is obviously probably the biggest, I would say probably the biggest MMA gym right now. Killcliff and Extreme Couture, right? You have Killcliff in Florida, and you have Henry Hoof, you have some of the best coaches and staff and team. And then you have Extreme Couture in Vegas with Eric Nixick, and you have Sean Strickland, all these guys out there. We actually just sponsored the Extreme Couture, all the new rings, all the new cages. We see these gyms, they have hundreds of fighters, right? How do you find your way at a gym that big? Like, how do you evolve? How do you get the one-on-one time? How do you figure out what's best for you? Do you have one-on-one time with Henry? Do you have a coach that works with you? Explain to me the dynamic of a gym, like the inside look.
Like for me, one of the things I love in Killcliff is we are one team. We don't have like, I train with big teams in different area, and there inside the same gym is so many different groups, all their group, but there everybody train together. That's what I love it. And Henry have Greg Jones from wrestling, we have Coach Trout boxing, we have Coach Vitor, we have all those coaches there, but everybody, it's that's what I love it, but the leader make the gym. So if the leader is together, the team's gonna be together, and that's what I like it. But I do one-on-one with Henry, and I pick the coach. I love it. I train with Dieter. Dieter, one of the boxing coach. I pick him and say, Coach, I want to train with you. I want to get my boxing better. I get Greg Jones, but all of them is right there to give you what you need. It's not the ego. Oh, he trained with that guy. No, that's what I like it. For me, there is a 1 point is make the difference, and everybody change. So now I've just fought, and I will come back to help my friends gonna fight because they are already there to help me when I need it. So that's good, man. Yeah. That's why we one of the greatest team, in this new generation.
Why is the gym called Kill Cliff? Why are they trying to kill Cliff?
There was Sevenfold before.
It was called what?
Sevenfold.
Oh,
the medical company sponsored it. That's when Luke was there.
Oh,
yeah. So it's Sevenfold, and then now it became Killcliff.
That's the name of a business.
Yeah,
Killcliff.
To sponsor.
The Killcliff is
energy drink.
It's an energy drink.
Oh,
right? It's Joe Rogan's.
Yeah.
Is it Joe Rogan's?
Isn't it Joe Rogan's or no?
I don't.
Vinny, is it Joe Rogan's?
No, I don't think it's Joe Rogan's.
I think it's a group of. Yeah. He's a partner, right?
Yeah.
No it's a group
way.
of people.
Oh,
yeah.
That's crazy because I would have think that he wouldn't have energy drink because he let me drink mine on his show because
he's not like that. Joe Rogan doesn't care. He's the nicest guy.
He's cool.
All joking aside, that guy wants everybody to win.
Yeah.
That's what I know from him. That's what I've seen from him.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we are Killcliff, so
he has his drink. Yeah. Rampage, show me your drink.
Oh yeah, this is
yours?
Yeah, this is a move, but F3 is I'm part owner of this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw Paulo Costa, you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like it.
Hey, he's funny.
No, that was funny. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you really want to fight this dude. You can't get can't get it out your mind.
It's not against him. It's nothing personal.
He's just in your way.
He's right.
Have you had that dream yet? Have you had a dream about Paulo Costa
right
yet?
There, man. I don't think in other fight beside that one.
What does that mean?
Well, sometimes when you have your eyes set on a certain opponent and you want that fight really bad, you'll have dreams about it.
Yeah.
Like John Jones talked about you. He said he had a ton of dreams about you.
No, he had nightmares. It's different.
Okay.
Explain
this to me.
I'm talking about dreams.
Explain it.
So you know the difference between a dream and a nightmare.
Yes, I want to hear this.
A nightmare. Okay, before I fought Chuck in the UFC, I had a dream about him.
Oh wow.
And what was the dream?
This is years ago. I don't remember exactly the dream, but I remember having a dream about Chuck Liddell. And I got nervous for the first time in my life 2 weeks out before a fight. I never used to get nervous. I used to get nervous like that Friday, the weigh-ins.
You had a lot of guys like you really wants to fight.
Yeah.
Or was a couple guys you like, I really want to fight this guy?
In my career, let me think. Give me a second. Somebody who I really want. I never really remember like really wanting to fight anybody. Maybe after Vanderlei beat me the first time, I wanted to fight him, and then he beat me the second time. Then I was like, do I want to fight this motherfucker again? Then I'm like, yeah, I want to fight this motherfucker again. And then, yeah, like Shogun, I really wanted to fight him after he beat me. It's just most time when somebody beat me, I really want that fight again. Everybody except for Glover. When Glover beat me, for some reason, I don't know. Probably because I was leaving the UFC.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I didn't, it was like it was like one of those fights where he was better than me, and I trained hard. It's like, well, he beat me. As a fighter, sometimes you lose a fight, like, it wasn't my day. I know I could beat him, but no, it was a like good day, and he beat me. So it was nothing like that. But like with Shogun, I was injured. And with Vanderlei, I was training with jiu-jitsu guys, trying to spar them and stuff like that. So it's fights like that where I really want to get in. But somebody that I never, had no problem with, I never really called anyone out that I can remember off the top of my head right now.
Gotcha. I like it.
It's interesting right now with the fight game. Fighters are becoming some of the most popular athletes in the world. And we're seeing UFC reaching new levels it never reached before. I would say there's maybe a handful of guys who put UFC and mixed martial arts on that level. Conor McGregor, Rampage Jackson, Chuck Liddell, these types of guys, icons, global icons. Right now, we're seeing like Ilya Tapera. We're seeing massive superstars being made. Big fights are going to be put in stadiums and arenas. Do you feel like UFC is going to a new height, a height you've never seen before? You've been around the game a long time.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But I think like it's the UFC name. If you see like the UFC 300 example, they not say like Pereira gains, they sell the UFC 300. The people want to see the UFC. Of course, now the fighters, some fighters they in love with, but they want to watch the UFC. The companies get huge, man. And in some like windows, they building a guy like Conor McGregor, Rampage, Vitor, and John Jones, and the windows. It's open. We can do it. It depends on us. But the company, the UFCs get huge, man.
Yeah. What's your plan after UFC? Do you have like a backup? Not necessarily a backup, like a exit strategy. Like what do you want to do after? Because Father Time's undefeated.
Yeah, man. Like right now, that's a good question.
No, you haven't thought about it yet.
No, I thought about it like maybe a gym or do my academy. Like I said, I love him, the way I do with my church. Probably I'm gonna build churches around the world. Yeah, pastor. That's one of the things I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love people, man. I love see stories. I love to see like how you can see the people how they when they don't know it, they hungry with something that only Jesus can do it. You can see it in their eyes, and I love it. I love it to hear some good story that like inspiring me, and yeah, man. I think everything is about people, man.
Yeah, you see where his heart's at. He's a good dude because right now he's young and he's making good money in the UFC, and everything he said after that didn't have anything to do with him making good money. It was like. What I'm saying? That's good.
Yeah,
man.
Very humble.
Yeah, but like everything's about that, man. Like you see you guys each other, like you have something to share with him. You have something to share with him. You guys together do amazing things together.
We're not people. Together.
I'm not gonna. I know you guys.
No, we're not together.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. But that's gonna be like
he turns
serious.
Yeah, serious. He talks serious. He turns everything
because you're kicking me under the table. He doesn't see that. He's trying to rub my leg.
No, he's being serious.
But that's so good, like I watch the JAXXON's podcast because not just you, because you here too, but you see, man, like everything's about people, man. We're not gonna be I'm not gonna be by myself. I have my family, my wife, my baby, and I love it. But man, I always have someone on the side you can help, like Rashad did it for me. I remember I was talking with him. And they say, bro, I asking him, why you do that for me, man? You don't know me. And then, Gregory, I know one day you're going to do this for someone. That's because one day someone did that for me.
That's
Man.
respect.
Man, I remember that like it was today. They say, "Oh my gosh," but I was like, "Man, one day I'm gonna be like him." You know, I wanna get in my spot. We are working hard for that, and I need to do that for someone,
Yeah, it's
or
called
not for just one, but for many people.
yeah. It's called pay it forward.
Exactly. You know, it's always about somebody, man. Because like you can see your story at Rampage, everything you did in the fight, everything everything you're building, you know. But if you don't have the people to watch it, and you know, like that's nothing, man. I can get all the money if I can, but in the end of the day, you know, where are my friends?
Yeah,
Where's everybody?
it has no value.
Yeah, you know, like I see people like reach like the goals and everything, but they go in there, and even if you go in the Bible, the big king is Solomon. He said, "Man, everything I had is like nothing compared. No, you know, God compared. It's nothing. He was the rich guy in the earth, more than everybody, the more smart than everybody, and he said, "Man, that's nothing." You know, because if my goal is just make money, make that, no, I'm gonna make money to take care of my family. It's okay, you know. And I'm in the UFC. I'm very happy with that. You know, I can't complain because that was a dream of my father. I love it, and I will working hard for that. But that's just a piece. That's not too much. That's it's much more than that. Is have people depending in my answer. You know, have people wait for my answer, and I want to answer. You know, I want to answer, and that's my goal, bro. That's my real goal.
That's good, man.
You know,
He got good values.
Yeah.
His dad raised him right.
Yeah, you could tell just from the way you talk and the way you carry yourself, even the way you were working with me to come on the show, bro. Very honorable, very like easy to deal with.
Thank you,
A lot of people get to a certain level. Rampage, and all joking aside, a lot of people don't see that side of Rampage. People don't realize why I support him so much, why I built this, and anything he wants to do is because he's been doing that for people like me since I was young. He's always going out of his way, helping people with cars, with money, with this. But it's not about the money part. It's about the thought, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's why I always ride for people like this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't make money together. You know, we didn't do, this was all about how can we just help each other?
I heard a story about. I think I saw where I heard you did like a fasting or.
Oh yeah,
when,
yeah.
You
know
I
about
want
that.
I want to.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
The second time I fought Vanderlei, the first day of training camp, I got what Christians call born again.
Okay.
And so, you know, I started training camp, and then we got closer to the fight. And you know how when we train for a fight, you hear people say, "Yeah, you're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him." And when you get enlightened and you become Christian, you know, and when you go through that change, it's like the weirdest thing that ever happened to you. It's like the most awkward thing, and your mind has changed. And I'm like, wow, I'm thinking about killing this guy. But you know, we're not literally talking about killing him.
Yeah.
And so I decided to get closer to God, and I read in the Bible, if you fast, you know what I'm saying, what are you doing is you showing your physical body that your spirit is stronger.
Yeah.
And you get closer to God. And I did that, but I did it at the wrong time. I feel like I did it too close to my fight. And I didn't have to cut weight. I fasted for like 3 days, but maybe my time is off because I think I started fasting like a couple days before I flew to Japan. And then I didn't eat until I got to Japan. So maybe it was like 3.5, 4 days. I don't know. And it was just bad timing. It's just bad timing to fast right before a fight. Cause it was so confusing for me. And if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm no longer religious at all anymore. Yeah. And I just decided to have like a relationship with the Most High God. Yeah. And cause you know, my life had changed so fast and so dramatically that I did a lot of research, and I researched and like, why is this? Why is that? And I grew up in the Bible Belt in the South. And I just feel like a lot of things that I was being told was more of a mind control, because I feel like a lot of times they want to scare you into heaven, and I wasn't with that, so I did a lot of research. So I just have like a personal relationship with God, but that led me on my journey to be like a more positive person. And I don't knock anybody's religion. I just feel like that's another way that we can be prejudiced against each other. Yeah. That's why I don't care about people's religion, their politics, you know what I'm saying, their race. I don't care about their sexual lifestyle. You know, it don't bother me.
But don't point at me.
Oh, I didn't point at you. Did I point at him?
No.
Brother, don't do all that. Don't do that. Not on Sunday. Not on the Lord's Day.
Well, today's like Tuesday.
Okay, so don't do it next week.
But I just choose not to. I choose not to, despite what people think about me. Because a lot of people think bad things about me.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No,
I read comments. Like
everybody gets comments. They always say, "Oh, Bear, you're buff." I'm not buff. I'm just Bear. Like you can't read into everything. You know?
I don't care. I don't care. But despite what people think about me, you know, I just choose to be the best person I can be.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I used to be very, very, very religious, but that was on my journey, and there's nothing wrong with fasting. You know, I fast every day now.
Oh, okay.
I only eat once a day now.
Yeah.
But do you do that because of your mind and body, or because you're training? Because you did that during camp too.
Yeah. Now I do it just for health reasons. I learned a lot about fasting and stuff like that. But yeah, I did. I fasted and I got closer to God too. I remember getting closer to God.
You got it experience then.
Yeah. I remember when I was fasting, like when you asked me that, it brought back memories because my memory is not the best. But I remember being outside of the house that I was staying in at that time, and I just remember when I was going through my fast, and I just remember like praying to him and talking to him and stuff like that and everything, and I just felt his presence. Now I felt it, and like a lot of people, a lot of my friends make fun of me. Like some of my friends I play video games with, they don't believe in Jesus and stuff like that, and they try to tell me that and when I say, "Oh, I'm not religious anymore," but I do believe in Jesus because I remember once I got born again, Jesus is the only one that described that feeling that I had. Mm-hmm. But the thing about me is I don't believe that it should be called born again. This is my own opinion because I believe that Jesus was talking about reincarnation. I don't think that he was talking about being born again into a religion. But this is my own opinion. And so those are my things and stuff that I don't really put out there because everybody have their own opinions, right? So I believe that sometimes, you know, Jesus taught us lessons and stuff, and over 2,000 years that some stuff can get like mistranslated and all the different things. But I remember getting close to God, and I remember I remember when I felt like Jesus' spirit was on me because I didn't even really know the Bible, and I was like preaching stuff from the Bible and stuff when it first happened to me. I didn't know the Bible, and it made me go read the Bible. I was preaching to my friends and close friends, and some people thought I went crazy. Wow. And in the Bible it said like when people think you're crazy, rejoice. Yes. Because you speaking like of God and stuff. But I went on that journey for a long time, and then I learned a lot of stuff because you know I read in the Bible like we're not even supposed to have crosses. We're not supposed to like have pictures of Jesus on the cross and everything. But a lot of churches do that. Yeah. And so it led me to like, okay, I'm just gonna try to learn God, get closer to God.
I like it, man. Thanks to hear that, bro.
It's cool though that you're open to talk about it.
Always.
Most people aren't open to talk about it.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of anything that I do.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm open book. If anybody ever asks me about it, I'll talk about it. But I'm not the type of person to go out and preach.
One thing the people asking me like, "Hey, what to be? You say you're a Christian, but you fight, you hurt people."
Yeah.
And they say, "Man, listen, for me, I have two different reality to be a Christian. For me as a fighter, it's one. If you read in the Bible, it's about the lamb, but he's a lion at the same time. So he's a lamb and it's a lion. So we have two different realities. Yeah. And I know right here, I'm a lamb, but I can be a lion as well. Yeah. And you have the warriors. Yeah. You know, so I think, but man, when you go inside the cage, it's gonna be another guy ready to fight you. We have the rules, we have the referee, we have everything. We're not gonna, but in my mind, I think, I will kill this guy if I can. And then after that, I can pray for him. Right?
Yeah. See, that's the part. You know? Yeah, but that's the part that I got confused with.
No, man, like the people think Jesus was wild, man.
Yeah,
he's always wild. He throw the tables in there. And he gonna become like a lion. The Bible said in the Revelation, he have fire in his eyes. One sword coming to his mouth. What kind of Jesus is that? He's the guy like, no, he's a warrior, man. He's wild.
You remember what he did to the Pharisees and all the religious leaders. He went to battle with them.
Yeah, you see David, King David. You see all those guys.
Yeah, they were warriors.
Yeah. Like I think Jesus, my God, he care about me. He don't care about MMA or the stuff, but he cared about ourselves. He cared about what is inside, because that's the thing that people did wrong. They think that he changed something outside, and the change. No. I like what you said. Your experience, you feel something inside.
Yeah, I felt it.
You felt something inside.
But this is the thing.
That's not. I don't need to be fasting to.
Right.
Man, it's inside. It's coming. It's inside to come outside. It's nothing. It's nothing I can do outside to be saved. It's just, the Bible said it's just to be faith and believe in Him.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm ashamed to be honest. Say it. I know the exact moment when that feeling left.
Yeah,
I know the exact moment after my fight with Vanderlei, and he knocked me out, and at the time, I married this woman, this Japanese woman. She was there at the fight, and I stopped at that time. I stopped cussing. I stopped having sex and everything. I totally changed, and I got knocked out, and I got engaged to her though, because if you go back and watch that fight, I was on the phone. I didn't know they was gonna play the national anthem, so I got a lot of shit for that, and I was on the phone. I was proposing to my ex-wife because the first time I proposed to her, it was on the toilet. Because she used to come in the bathroom and sit on my lap. Every time I try to do number two, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You keep coming in here. I'm this type of person. I'm gonna embarrass you. You got to tell your friends that I proposed to you on the toilet. And she said, I don't care. She kept coming there sitting on me because she loved me so much. And I couldn't have no privacy. She come sitting there. So I felt bad because she came and told me. She said, yeah, you was right. My friends asked, how did you pop the question? And you was right. And I had to tell them. It was so embarrassing. You did it while he's on the toilet. So when I fought Vanderlei, I called her, and Pride never told me they was going to play like the national anthem or anything. Had already planned that, calling the cell phone. She was right there in the thing, and so I proposed to her. Then I got knocked out, and she felt so bad. And then and after the fight, I hadn't done any sexual things. I changed my whole life and not saying bad words and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And so she felt bad for me, and she was like, you want a bro job? Because she's Japanese. She's Japanese. She couldn't pronounce it right. She said, you want a bro job? And I was thinking like, but damn, I'm not married yet, but I am engaged. So and that's, bro, it's joking, but serious. That's when I didn't feel that feeling no more, that Jesus lived inside me. And so, you know what I'm saying, I learned a lot of things. I learned so I learned a lot of things. Like me, when I wake up in the morning, I thank God for waking me up. Everything I got, I thank my Heavenly Father. But when I pray to Him in Jesus' name, and I thank Jesus for dying on the cross for my sins. Yeah. But when I wake up, I thank God. And for my fights, I pray that I don't get hurt and that I don't hurt my opponents. And then I kind of found out that God don't care if we win or lose. Yeah. Because He gave us free will. We can will it. You know what I'm saying? So it's your will versus your opponent's will. Yeah. And a lot of Christians ask that question, like, how can you be Christian when you fight? Because it's God care about our intent, like inside. Like He knows, for me, it's not violent. I don't hate this man, and I'm not really trying to kill this guy. I'm trying to knock him out. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah. So if we were going out trying to kill a person, then I think God wouldn't like that. But you see some people that they're not godly people, but they're succeeding and they're doing stuff. It's
just like a thought to you be ready to fight. It's not like you're not gonna kill each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people don't
understand. They don't understand. I was asked that question online. Yeah. How can you be Christian and be a fighter? Because God knows my intent. He knows that for me, it's a sport. I'm gonna see who's the better martial artist And, you know, in my heart, I never killed anyone. I never, and even before I was born again, I never wanted to kill anyone. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I used to carry guns. A lot of my friends, like you said, they didn't make it. A lot of them from violence and gun violence. I used to carry guns and stuff for protection and stuff like that. But that's the only time that I would even think about killing somebody.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I lost my temper and stuff like that, I had times where I fought people like, and I was like, oh, you know.
How old are you now, bro?
I'm 46, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm way older than you.
Yeah.
It's always a cool concept. We never really talk about much of this. But
No, I don't talk. If
we
somebody
never,
asks,
we never talk about it, but it's cool with someone who can give you a good conversation. Because one thing that I do love that you always talk, you told me this like the second podcast we ever did about free will. He always talks about that. And I always remembered it because even after that, I was looking, I'm Catholic, I'm Roman Catholic, my family's all from Italy. But the free will part is always exciting to me. That God, you know, you can have eternal life, go follow Jesus. You know, Moses 3:17, right? Go follow Jesus. You can have eternal life, or you can choose wrong or right. But that's from God. And I always thought that that's cool for me.
Yeah, but people don't understand free will the way I understand it. You know, I'm not trying to say I know more than other people, but the Christian church didn't really teach me what free will was. I learned that from the Most High himself because, like I said, I prayed to get closer to him, and I learned a lot of things. And free will is more than what we've been told. Like, people think free will is the choice to choose right and wrong. That's not only, that's like the you know, tip of the iceberg. What free will is. Free will is like wherever we want in life, we can will it, good or bad. You know, you know, we have free will. Like whatever we focus on in life, whatever we want, the outcomes of, we can do it. God gave us that power. So without disrespecting my Heavenly Father, the Most High, we're his kids, so we're a little bit like him. That's why Jesus said, if we have faith the size of a mustard seed, we can move mountains. I didn't understand what that means. So that means like God, he know who he is, so he can say, let there be light, and there's light, right? So we can say stuff too and will into the universe because we have some God in us. Like our energy, our spirit, our soul is the same thing. It comes from him. That's why only the body dies. When we die, our spirit goes back to the source, right? Yeah. So we have a little bit of him in us, but we don't know it because we've been lied to. Certain people don't want us to know it. So we can speak anything into existence. That's why the Bible said, be careful what you say, because your tongue can cut like a double-edged sword. So if you say, oh, I'm fat, you're gonna be fat. If you say, oh, I'm strong, you're gonna be strong. You know what I'm saying? The man that says something is hard and the man that says something is easy, they both right. Yeah. It's all about here. And that's what God gave us, free will.
Yeah.
And it's 100% in terms of how you position your mind. And that's what I've seen about you. Like for everything, business, life, relationships, I'm nowhere near perfect. No one is. No one. But if you work every day towards being a better person for your community, the people around you, what you put out there, it's like same thing, law of attraction, you know, the universe, what you put out there comes back to you. And I do believe in that. Even with the business with JAXXON, I told Rampage 2 years ago, yo, bro, if you just help me in the beginning, I'm sure we could do this. We got to figure it out. And he's like, how are we going to do it? I'm like, bro, you're the greatest to ever do it. We just got to actually do it. We can't just talk about it. The whole world wants to hear from you. Within 1 year, dude, we doing hundreds of millions of views a month. We did over 100 episodes. That's something so small. I know it's a business. I'm not comparing that to life or our ability to live with God, but it's the idea of what you put out there, what you put your feet in front of you to do, you're going to do if you just go for it.
And look how he repay me. He make fun of me every time, every day, everything.
Brother,
everything I wear. Every outfit. We got plenty of footage.
Can I tell you something as one of, I would say, would you consider me one of your closest friends? I would say maybe top 20.
Probably top 5. I give him that.
Okay, top 5.
Because I see him almost every day here, and he make fun of me every goddamn time.
Now, would you agree with me? That, I would never do that.
He's a bully, bro.
You know what God said? If someone dresses like a Twizzler, let them be. So I would never tell him,
now he's lying on my father's name.
I would never lie on your father's name. I would never lie on God's name. You dress like a Twizzler, and I don't ever make fun of you about that. Right? I don't make fun of him. He looks like a Shirley Temple.
Hey,
like you know the Shirley.
He dressed like a retired boy band, like he used to sing, like a retired Backstreet Boy.
Hey, speaking of bands, you walk out to Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
you like that band?
Yeah, I like.
Okay, so Matt from Avenged Sevenfold is one of my good friends. So I have a message for you.
Hey, Gregory, what's up?
Oh man,
super pumped on you using the Avenged Sevenfold music for your walkout.
That's
fucking
good,
awesome,
man.
We're watching. Good luck with everything, and continue to kick ass, man.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Oh, that's so amazing,
So
bro.
Matt is the lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold. His
Oh,
name's
wow.
M Shadows. One of the greatest musicians of all time, in my opinion. This guy understands music. He understands art. Always pushing the boundaries. He was one of our first podcast guests in my house.
wow.
Before we had the Jackson
Wow.
podcast, I was trying to figure out what to do. This guy's been supporting me for years. I did all these businesses.
That's
He's always
so
trying to look
cool,
out for me.
man.
And when I told him you were coming on the podcast,
Yeah,
you know, Avenged
oh,
Sevenfold
man.
cares about their fans. They care about their people. So
That's
Vinny,
so good.
our producer, said, hey, look at the song he came out to.
Thank you, man.
And I said, you got to be kidding me. So I
Thank
called
you.
Matt. Matt said, I'd love to send him a
Yeah.
video. So
I
shout out to
changed-
Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, I changed the music. I think in my fight in Boston. And then that music, man, that means war. It's a song.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
It pumps you up, huh?
that's pumped me up, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? I like it. The music, they change the atmosphere, and they change, man. That put me in the war.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, man.
So
Send
I'm
me that.
going to send you this video.
Send me,
Here,
please.
we're gonna do-
Airdrop it to him so
Yeah,
it don't
yeah.
lose quality.
We'll do a little video. Yo, Matt, we're live on the Jackson podcast. I'm here at Rampage Jackson, RoboCop.
My man, thank you, brother. Man, that put a fire on me, man. Thank you so much. I choose the right one. This means war. You guys make me so excited in the fight inside the cage, and you guys have a piece of that. Thank you so much.
So everybody at home watching the Jackson podcast, we're sending this to M Shadows of Avenged Sevenfold. Shout out to RoboCop. And that's how we do it, boys. Here at the Jackson house, here at Jackson Podcast, here at Jackson, we want to make sure our fans, our community, our culture, the people here, whether you're a surfer, skater, mixed martial artist, motorcycle rider like Twitch or Sheckler, we all are one team. That's really what the brand stands for. So when we can kind of connect people, that's what we always try to do.
Thank you,
So
brother.
everybody watching this, make sure you guys go give M Shadows and Avenged Sevenfold some love.
Yes.
Make sure you guys show RoboCop some love. I got
You're
one
the
question
best.
before we leave. You are the most requested Jackson podcast guest. The most requested guest. Our Jackson podcast Discord has been going through the roof with your name. They want to hear from you. They want to know what you want to say about the Eraser. One of our favorite guests, Paulo Costa. He's been on twice. They love Rampage. They love whether he dressed like a Twizzler or a Red Vine. It doesn't matter. They love him, right? Sometimes he looks like a, you
Yes,
know,
man. I
big,
love him
yeah,
too,
yeah,
man.
the little cinnamon
I
gum, the big
love
red.
you more.
Thank
We
you.
really
Thank
do
you,
love
bro.
you. And you know what? I want to tell you something before I ask him this question. You need to start opening up a little bit more because these messages are they're
man.
very, very inspiring to kids who sometimes don't have the right guy listening to them.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids who look up to you. And if you can
It
just
is.
have the strength to talk about things that you think might be looked at differently, regardless of how people look at you, that's what God loves the most. And I feel like today you did that because sometimes you hold back. You do have a lot of good insight.
No, well, he asked a question for those who have an ear. Let them hear.
No, but it's amazing. And I think that's one of the greatest strengths, to be able to talk freely like that and be vulnerable and speak in God's name in good light. That's what people love.
Yeah.
Last question we have. You're Brazilian. We want to know your Mount Rushmore. Who are your favorite Brazilian fighters of all time? And then we're going to wrap this up.
Oh man, I'm go Vitor Belfort for sure.
The
You know?
greatest UFC fighter of all time from Brazil?
Yeah, for me, yeah, man. Like we was talking about, he was the pioneer,
Yeah.
and everything he did, he was so long in the journey and opened the way for not just for the Brazilians and for so many fighters, and he passing through generations, you know. And he's a man of God, like I said, and he inspired me too much. He inspired me a lot. He, you know, all his knowledge he shared with me, and it's not just because I know him personal, you know, but I know his story. I know what he did. So for me, it's go right out the cage, not just a fighter, but as a personal. And I love all the Brazilian fighter, Anderson Silva for sure. But for me, I'm going to Vitor Belfort. for sure.
I agree with you 100%. But if I didn't know Vitor and if he wasn't the pioneer and stuff like you said, I would say Pele.
Pele.
Yeah,
Man. Oh, man.
yeah.
Pele, Macaco. If you go, then you'll go.
Yeah.
Pele and Macaco, the
Yeah.
challenge, man.
Yeah, legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah, but I agree with you 100% with Vitor.
Yeah, but I'm going Vitor because he opened the way, you know, not just in Brazil national, but it was international.
Yeah.
He's a guy, you know. He inspired me in a way, like speaking English fluent. He's very smart, studying a lot. He never stopped to study, training. he do his man. You see, his children, his son David, and his daughter. So he not just did for himself, but you see in his family because that the through. You know the tree by the fruits. So that's what
I think he's a genius too. I know you.
He had.
Yeah, and he invented some new boxing gloves.
Yeah. It's a Belfort lifestyle.
Yeah.
He's
a genius.
Yeah,
Davi's a monster. He's a quarterback. I've been watching him play throughout high school. He's a monster quarterback. Vitor did an amazing job raising that kid. The kid's so grounded, so smart.
Yeah.
One thing, if people don't know fighters, they need to go watch fighters when they're not fighting, and then you'll really learn something about fighters. Because every fighter I know is not every fighter, but a lot of the ones we have here on the podcast are like yourself. They're humble, they're respectful, they show light to the icons and the people who paved the way before them. Not every sport has that. The hierarchy of respecting fighters and people who came before you.
Yeah,
so
I think because a lot of fighters, we are a lot alike in a lot of ways. Because it takes a special human being to do this job. I think MMA is the hardest sport on the planet.
It is. Like I always said to my friends, we do for the people fight each other is the like the highest situation. They go to war. Yeah. You see the war. Yeah. We do this for fun. We do this for like as a job. It's hard, man.
Yeah. Hey, what's that movie? What's that movie where they don't fight? They just send one fighter to each.
Achilles.
Yeah, what's that movie?
Achilles.
No, what's
Troy.
Troy. I kind of wish war was like that now.
Stop.
You send one fighter from each country.
Yeah.
Who's Brazil sending?
Yeah, who would Brazil send?
Who's Brazil sending to fight America? I'll tell you our fighter.
No, not America. Just say in a war.
Okay, America versus Brazil. You got to send a fighter each.
Okay.
Each country's got to send a fighter.
Just so we don't so we don't go to war.
So we don't go to war.
So millions of people
Brazil
don't
sends
die.
one like Achilles. They send one.
Just
we send
one?
Yeah.
I can pick myself.
Yeah. Who would we send for America?
John Jones.
Oh, wow. Oh, we would never lose.
Yeah.
Oh, America wins.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
pick myself, bro.
I know. I know, but
confidence in myself.
I know,
man.
but I like you. But like, John.
No, yeah, but don't. If I pick one, maybe I will send Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you send John Jones, I'll send Alex Pereira.
Wait, I gotta record this.
No, we is already recorded.
Oh yeah, because we're filming.
We filming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus
you can cut.
Yeah, you can cut. You can do it. And plus, I got to pee really bad.
Get your pick.
My pick for
American.
Yeah, it would be John Jones.
So we send John Jones.
I'll send Alex Pereira Poitin.
But
so this is like Troy.
Yeah, you started recording wrong. You didn't get the context.
What's the context?
The context is we do away with war.
Yes.
No more fighting. We just send one fighter.
Like Troya, when they send Achilles, they send the other big guy.
So me and Rampage are sending John Jones, and you send Alex Pereira.
I'll send Alex Pereira.
Well, our guys never lost, so see ya. And with that being said, that's the JAXXON Podcast. Thanks for watching.
Let's go.